Welcome to Yep Yeah Yes with Marissa and Tamika. I'm your co-host Tamika with my co-host Marissa. Uh, Today we're going to be talking about the end of summer blues from our own
Wah, wah,
personal
wah.
experience. But first, in the words of Julie Chen Moonves, host of Big Brother, currently airing on CBS, as well as Celebrity Big Brother, which is sporadically featuring last year's winner Tamar Braxton, who is currently dealing with. Let me shut up.
Oh my
But
lord.
thoughts and prayers to Tamar. Hopefully she really beat that man up. Um. Anyway, Marissa, how are you?
That was a lot, but I'm great.
I should have had that as our trending. Today's trending will be. Stay tuned. We will be discussing Big Brother. We will be discussing Netflix and cancel culture. Not necessarily Netflix, but just cancel culture
Right,
revisited.
right, right.
We're going to
Okay.
discuss white women pretending to be Black and Hispanic women in real life. It's not a TV. It's not The Imitation of Life, my mother's favorite movie. But first, in the words of Julie Chen Moonves, host of Big Brother, let's discuss the end of summer blues.
Wah, wah, wah.
So we are at the end of the summer. It's not over yet, but based on the weather being 70 degrees all week,
It's
in the
fall.
70s, it's like, okay. So
Everybody got everybody has their Halloween decorations out around here.
so I work in stores. I go store to store. That Halloween candy has been on the floor since August. Okay.
Yeah. It's fall, y'all.
It's crazy. So
Yeah.
how was your summer? Let's discuss.
Um,
Obviously, just say we're still in the midst of Corona, so there's a lot of improvisation that had to take place. So, what about your summer was vastly different this year as opposed to previous years, which made it kind of like a summer blues?
all right. Well, we usually do like a water park, a 2, 3 day water park thing. Um didn't do that. We take a nice road trip, hang out with my brother. Didn't do that. Um, to kick off the summer, we do a weekend in Montauk. Didn't do that. We go to a lot of parks. Didn't do that. But it was still great though. I
So,
mean,
what
no.
did you do?
Oh, girl, I woke up when I wanted to, slept when I wanted to. If the wind took me left, I went left. It was just, it was nice and it was terrible at the same time because like we really didn't do much, but then at the same time it was nice because we couldn't do much and we got to just hang out and be with each other and I don't know, enjoy being home.
Right. I think for me, I got to discover a couple of beaches that I haven't been to in years, or that I never never been to at all. So that was nice because I love the beach. And
You put
so
me on one. Yep.
discovering beaches out here on Long Island is always a great thing. And then just got to spend some time with some friends, um, you know, which is always a good thing. Got to spend time at my mom's house in North Carolina. Um,
Oh yeah.
it was a lot of family and friend time, even considering the fact that like we're supposed to be quarantining and supposed to be socially distant. Um, the people that I kind of were around, I kind of trust
Yeah.
for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's one or two there that I'm like, but it's like I couldn't say no, you know.
Yeah.
So I even like I have someone that asked to hang out next week, and so I was just basically like, yeah, work constrictions are keeping me from, you know, hanging out. But let's try to let's plan the next couple of weeks. I've been doing this forever, and I'm like kind of running out of excuses. And I'm not worried because this person doesn't watch our podcast, so that I know of. Watch me find out. Post this, and it'll be another story. One of the things though with the summer, um, which was always a good thing too. It's a good thing in a way. Caught up on a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Tried a lot of different places to eat. Like that the ordering, DoorDash, whatever, Uber Eats,
Oh,
Grubhub, Grubhub.
girl,
Yeah.
Grubhub. Yep.
This is introduction to places I would have never had tried before, but because like certain restaurants had specials, I'm like, all right, let me try the gyro from here. You know, let me try,
Yeah.
let me try the Italian food from here. So that was also a good thing. But I did wake up a couple days ago. I put on some pants, and the pants they fit. You know, it was a little struggle getting them on. But then when I got them on, I put the shirt on like I had a tire. I was like, oh hell no.
You?
Well, now I'm exploring gyms because this is not gonna work for me. I
You
don't
know
care.
what's so?
I don't care if it's like a spare tire. A
Uh-huh.
tire is a tire.
A tire's a tire's a tire. I gotta tell you though, like that's one of the things that has been killing me because I haven't been wearing pants. I've actually been wearing sweatpants. My house is freezing. But and or like leggings. I gotta tell you, this pants nonsense, a few weeks ago, they didn't fit, and I was like, I gotta like drink water and like cut the soda out. Now they're buttoned, but the buttons are screaming. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. But I'm not exploring gyms like you. You have more resilience and commitment than I do.
I just like I'm not feeling. I haven't been feeling my body for about 20 years now.
20 years. You know what? I might have to agree with you on that because I haven't like I still think I'm 28.
My shit has not been right for years. The way that there's
Yeah.
certain things where I'm like, okay, it's fine. But I'm telling you, the other day I was, it's the end of the summer and you're like, oh, you got to put on different clothes because it's a little like the weather, it was raining. I'm like, okay,
Ugh.
I can't wear a tank top. I can't wear, comfy. Like you just have to dress appropriate. It was a little bit of chill in the air, so I'm transitioning again from super hot clothes. Like I'm not fully transitioned out of my summer clothes yet. I have on
Yeah.
shorts today, but
Yeah.
I'm transitioning from some of the summer clothes to fall clothes. So I'm putting on these pants that I haven't worn since the I don't know winter, 6 months or whatever. And I'm like, ain't this some shit? I'm about to sue Uber, Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. It was very disheartening, you know.
Yeah.
The summer got me in a fucked up way, man. I'm just saying.
But we're not the only ones. I've seen a few people that have that what are they calling it? Quarantine 15?
Quarantine 15? What's that mean?
Something like that. Yeah, where you're gaining 15 pounds in quarantine.
Oh, okay. I
There's this
I don't know. I know I'm gaining like 5 pounds.
there's this one chick I work with
Right.
that I actually saw her jogging past my house all the time. Homie, she looks 20 years younger. Her body is amazing.
So
And
she got
I hate
quarantine negative 15.
she she was always very thin anyway. She just her body frame is different. She's very thin, but now she like leaned out almost like she defined more muscles.
Okay.
She looks younger, her hair looks thicker and richer, and it's like a whatever she did, she needs to keep doing it because she looks amazing. And she's an older um Irish woman from Ireland. She's an older Irish woman, and I have to tell you, her tan is amazing. Her
Well,
beautiful red.
Irish people are not really on the heavy side. I mean, we've been. Do you remember
Yeah,
any heavy people? That's because they don't
no,
get the food tasting. They eat to sustain,
yeah,
not for you know.
but she's still eating American food that has more processed sugar in it.
But it's about
So
how you eat it, what you eat,
yeah,
things you eat.
But she was always slim to begin with, but her body's just more amazing. And she's older. Like her hair looks thicker and richer. Her skin looks amazing. Like everything about her looks amazing. And I hate her from the inside. And
Don't
she's funny.
copycat.
And she's funny. She's witty. She dresses amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, like I'm taking everything you're saying with a grain of salt
Why?
because your sense of humor differs from mine in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but remember everybody in Ireland had that like sarcastic humor, witty humor?
You
She's
loved
ex-
it.
Oh, I loved it. Oh
Get
my
me
God, I
wrong,
loved
like,
it.
okay.
No, I loved it. Yeah,
Look,
she's my cup of tea.
and then your sense of beauty is different than mine. We need to have her a picture. Get her on the horn. Tell her, can we use her picture, and let the crowd decide. I'm
I
sure
was
she'll
at
have to take care of herself. I mean, it's important, you know.
I was at my sink, right? And I happened to be eating, like washing dishes and eating at the same time, like in between, and you take a bite, whatever.
Right.
And I see her jogging across, and like it was like, and I just went back to like, let me focus. I don't have to eat and wash dishes at the same time. And she was out there.
Well, it's
It was
okay.
amazing.
It's okay though.
It's all right. But not everybody came out looking like her, though.
Well, see, the thing about it is that, um, can you see that? So I'm posting some pictures from our summer together. Um, us at the beach, a couple different occasions. A picture of the beach from several.
Where? I see a white line.
You see a white line?
Yeah.
Let's see, if this works. That's weird. Okay, let me try it again.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't I don't know. My computer might just be jacked up right now.
Okay. But we had a good summer. Oh, there we are.
Okay, so a couple of times we went to the beach. Picture of the sunset.
Charcuterie plate.
Yeah, you had me and our mutual friend Missy over, friend of the show, over for drinks and snacks and stuff. We're still waiting on that dinner you promised about 2 months ago. Um, hey, can't beggars can't be choosers, right?
Mm.
Beggars cannot be choosers.
Oh, what a beautiful sunset photo, by the way.
What was that?
You have such a beautiful sunset photo there.
I mean, I thought it looked good. This is the debate. So you know how you were saying the sun sets on the what?
The sun rises in the east and sets on the west, right?
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
What we're saying, because when we were at the beach with our mutual friend Jamil, you were saying that because I was telling you that I watched the sunset from that particular beach. And you're like, that's not possible. And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, this is the sunset that I was watching from that beach that we were on when you said that wasn't possible. This is the reason why I posted it. You understand? You understand me?
I
What? I'm just saying.
I do
That's what
understand you, but
I'm like. I just need a little bit for clarity because I'm like, I sat there and I watched the sunset on that beach that we were on, and you guys were both like, no, it doesn't set.
because where you were pointing, the sun would be rising from that direction.
And this is the exact place, location where I was pointing.
You're still gonna see the sun rays and the sun, like the
No,
change
I
of
saw it.
color.
I wish I had the sun going
You're,
down so you could believe
you're
me.
not gonna see the sun going down
I
though
saw it
from there.
disappear into the water.
Okay.
But
I
okay,
believe you.
whatever. I'm done.
I believe you.
I'm just saying. My eyes do not deceive me. I can't hear shit. You told me I heard you. If I told you that I heard a cat meow behind a dumpster 2 miles away, and you told me, Tamika, that's not possible, I'd be like, all right, well, I do wear hearing aids. My ears probably deceive me. But my eyes, they're better than most. They are better than, I've seen things that would turn a blind man blind. There.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Are you paying attention to me?
I am, but I'm trying to remember also our conversation because I do recall you pointing east and saying you saw the sunset go down there.
Yeah, yes,
We were like,
you're correct. And that's why I was like, I think, and that's when I said to you, I was like, it all depends on, like, it could be your east where you're sitting, but in the grand scheme of thing, it's west. You know what I mean? Like, we're on Long Island.
you were pointing east.
What I'm saying though is like right now, okay, I'm pointing west, right? Even though this is west for you. On camera, it looks like this, so I'm pointing west, correct? Does it look like I'm pointing towards you or away from you?
You're pointing west on camera from my direction.
Right. And so what I'm saying is that depending depending on where you're sitting, it can be all off. I wish I had a compass with me so that you could see.
Wait, you have a compass on your phone.
Oh, well, why y'all didn't say that? I'm not up. Both of y'all had iPhones. We could have squashed it then and there. I ain't never used a compass. Y'all ganged up on. It's nothing worse than being ganged up on.
Because you kept
Especially when you're the one
east.
that brought mofos together. I'm the reason why the three of us were sitting there breaking bread. And you're both
You
ganged
were,
up on.
but the thing is, you were pointing east.
What?
You were pointing east, and we were like, that doesn't.
I was not pointing east. I don't think it was east. Because we were like facing Connecticut, right? And I was pointing in the opposite.
East.
Connecticut
You
is
were.
Connecticut is above us. It's above. It is. It's above New York.
I know.
Pointing
But
west.
you were saying I saw the sun dip down over there, and we were like, that's east.
Northwest, over by Connecticut.
Okay.
I wish Homeboy was on here right now because he would agree with you too, right? Yeah, I know. Anyway,
It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
It does matter.
It was a beautiful photo. The
It
colors were beautiful.
It does matter because it's a crashing down on my summer.
Sunsets matter.
Sunsets matter, exactly.
All sunsets matter.
All sunsets do matter, but they don't matter until the sunrise, the darkness, the black matter, at nighttime, the horizons. Okay.
The horizon.
I'm just saying.
All right. Okay.
So now, before we
Okay.
summer shut down, summer blues, whatever it is, topic, if there's one thing, like you named the things that you did last previous summers, if you could go back and pick one thing that you could have done this summer, what would it have been?
I wish I would have been able to take my kids to a museum in Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
What?
Why are you giving me a screw face for? You're like, really?
That's not like a summer thing. You could do that all year.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it in the summer. Like, you just take the train in, or I don't take the train in.
You going to the museum that much in the summer? It feels like more of a fall thing.
We do it in the summer. We do at least two, and because I get museum passes, and every week I do a different museum. So if any in the city are available, then I'll get those. So we do a museum every week, and we weren't able to do any of those.
Okay.
We always do the kids museum in Manhattan.
They were probably happy about that. They're at the age now where like they might tell you, yeah, we love the museum. but they're saying that because you gave them I'm sad.
They don't have an option to like it or not like
Exactly.
it. They're effing going.
That's
and they're going to like it. And they're going to have a good attitude.
I'm glad next year they're going to be half a decade. Oh, no. They're going to be what is half a? So never mind. They're going to be a decade.
A decade. All decades matter.
So anyway, they're going to be a decade. And,
listen, I'm going to be saying that for the rest of my life. So
what?
I'm going to be rolling with that probably for the rest of my life.
I hope not. I really do. I hope not.
No, because it's such a dumb thing to say to somebody, and I'm going to be running with it forever.
It's not dumb because Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
It's not even funny.
I think it's hilarious. Did you see somebody with the whole like all towers matter?
For real, Black Lives Matter.
I know Black Lives Matter.
Oh,
but for somebody to say to you all lives matter, how fucking stupid is that? Because you didn't say that your life matters less than mine. What you're saying is that my life matters.
I saw somebody say they had a reason why Blue Lives Matter is stupid.
What was it?
Because people aren't blue. I'm like, true. And did you see the guy with the MAGA shirt? Black Lives Matter?
Yes.
So people are like, oh, okay, Black Lives Make America Great Again?
Yeah. That's how I read it, but I was like, wait a minute, how am I supposed to read it?
So that's the stupidity there. Welcome to summer 2020.
You saw people on social media kept saying all towers matter.
It's just it sucks though. All of this rhetoric sucks though because of the fact that by making a joke of everything else, you make a joke of Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean?
I don't see it that way. I see it more just to play on the redundancy of it.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to certain things, it's like Black people can't have shit, man. Without somebody like co-opting it. Do you see that? Do you see those girls? Remember back in the spring, like before March, like it was like February or January or something like that. So it wasn't spring, it was winter. Remember the two girls, the TikTok girls?
Yeah.
And the routine from the black girl, whatever.
And then they did it all together, and those poor girls should have just stood in a cubby.
So now the blonde girl, you see she got a movie?
For what?
She's remaking that Freddie Prinze movie. What was the name of that movie? Shoot. I mean, I'm telling you, the opportunities that these girls, I can't. Just to be.
Was she acting beforehand, or is this just
No, this is strictly from TikTok.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what her name was. Carla. Anyway, it's a movie where he like remakes somebody or
She's All That.
Yes. So she's gonna be.
They're remaking She's All That. It's not even that old.
I know, but she's playing his role. They're redoing it. I'm like, she got.
Oh, from like a different perspective.
I'm like, they just gonna give a movie. I mean,
they're giving everybody movies except for you and me.
I don't want to do a movie. I mean,
no, meaning like Black and Hispanics.
Oh, okay. I was taking it literally. Bitch, I ain't trying to act. I'm retired.
Casting agents, if you see me and want me for a movie, holler at your girl, because I will be acting.
Yeah,
I'll act my heart out.
I just don't feel like I would be good at it. I'd either be, it's going to be two things with me. There's no leeway. Either I'm going to be horrible at it, or I'm going to be so good that I become a drug addict.
Because how did you go left on this? How did you go left?
Because if I'm so good, I'm not going to be able to handle the pressure of being so good.
Oh, okay. Like,
I'm not trying to be on Wendy's Hot Topics. If I was an actor, I'd want to be like
Meryl Streep.
No, I want to be somebody underrated who like acts forever. Everybody knows.
Parker Posey. Parker Posey.
No, I don't want to be a white person. I want to be.
I'm giving you an example of Parker Posey, who does all those like
I,
indie movies.
I know
She
she
does
does.
mainstream.
Still make movies.
What?
Does she still make movies?
My point exactly. She not only does she do film and television and she does indie movies, she's incredible in everything that she does, and everybody leaves her alone.
Well, I mean, I'm black, so everybody will leave me alone anyway. So okay, I'll make a movie. Any casting agents? You see me and Marissa, holla. We'd like to bring the live action of Yep Yeah Yes podcast to your movie screens or Netflix
Hulu,
or
Apple,
we'll be on Revolt
Apple
TV.
TV,
You know, everybody else got their,
Disney Plus, all he is.
you know, everybody else got their podcast on TV now. Why
I
can't
know.
we, you know? And we've been doing this for a few years. We, you know, and we still only got 2 followers. What are we doing wrong? We've been doing this 3 years and there's 3 people watching.
4.
4.
We're up to 4.
My mama, yo bro. We lost, now it's 3 because one of the people is, you know, locked up. They won't let him out. And then we have a mutual friend but she already said that she's not really. Shout out to all the men in cell block 21. I don't know.
What's to say they don't have podcasts in jail?
They might. I have to write him a letter. He wrote me, so I have to, you know. Should I write him a letter?
Yeah.
Should I write him?
Yes. Yes. Write your jailbird.
Well, shout out to the 3 followers. You know it's bad when your own family don't watch. My dad once said to me, he's like, I gotta watch this thing.
Okay. You know what? Don't. How about that?
No, I'm good, right?
Yeah. I talk so much shit that somebody I talked shit about a while ago didn't talk to me this week at work. I think they caught up.
Oh, word. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Don't be a dick.
I'm gonna have.
But it's, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we're appreciative of the followers we have because I never want to be that person that is upset that we don't have a large following and we lose sight of the fact of the people that do watch us week in and week out, listen to us week in and week out, support us. You know, so it is what it is. Thank y'all for following us. Thank you to the 3 followers. The occasional 8 on time. Shout out to all my family members that don't follow.
Whatever.
Exactly. Anyway, so let's transition to that's trending.
That's trending.
So we're gonna go over a few things. Rapid fire, but really not. So let's start with let's start easy with Big Brother. Okay. Did you watch Big Brother?
I have not watched the last episode.
Oh, come on. So should we not talk about it?
No, talk about it because I already read the spoilers.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So what are your thoughts before I spoil it some more? What are your thoughts?
Well, my favorite thing trending was homeboy hit him with the Uno reverse. And then
What's that? I don't understand what that means.
remember the power cards that they got or the power plate? What is it called? The power things that they won?
Oh, yeah.
And somebody hit him with what's the guy, Matt? Hit him.
What is the Uno reverse?
It was like that's what they kept trending it as. Like he hit him with the Uno reverse. Didn't somebody use a power thing to block?
Nobody used their powers yet.
Oh, I'm wondering if then I saw something from like the live. Okay.
Well, anyway, so Bailey was eliminated on Thursday.
Of course.
It was a very emotionally charged episode yesterday. I'll give you a recap because not yesterday, Thursday, because you didn't get a chance to see it. But she got into an argument with Christmas. Who Christmas was the HOH. And
And Christmas feels like she was victimized.
correct. She's the typical Karen crying when she does the victimizing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, um, you know, Bailey tried to keep her cool because her and Davon, they're not trying to be labeled as angry black women that so
Right.
many in the American culture like to do to us black women. You cry a little, you show emotion, you show pain. I feel like any time a black person shows any kind of emotion, anything other than what they're quote unquote supposed to do, they're labeled wrong. And this brings me on a side note to this guy. He's a sports analyst named Skip Bayless. He's been under fire this week because Dak Prescott, who is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, he lost his brother to suicide earlier this year. And so Dak was like, going through COVID, losing his brother, he just fell into a deep depression. And it's just been very hard for him. And so Skip was like, you're supposed to be the leader of the team. You come out, you shouldn't be telling people this stuff. You should keep that to yourself. How can you be a leader among men when you let them know that you were upset and crying
Wow.
yeah, so everybody's getting on him. But I feel like this is one of those um underlying I don't know what the word is. Like one of the things that black people have constantly been targeted about that people don't like to speak about, but black people speak about all the time. Like that's
Amongst ourselves. Yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
We always have our own conversation. You
Yeah.
you like amongst ourselves, bitch. You're 18% told me I can't. Amongst ourselves, yes. Um, all 18% and more of us. We talk about it amongst ourselves. Like we can't say or express how we always feel because it's going to be used against us in a way that's limits our success. And I think that's basically what happened with Bailey. Number one, she's aligned with another black person, so it's like easier. Like, oh yeah, they're working together. Let's put them and use a bullshit excuse as to why they put them on the block together. And then we just knew that their day was coming eventually. They were never in the main alliance. They weren't even thought of, and they've been had a target on their back the entire time. And so it's really this show. I don't know why I watch it. It's the
I
same.
don't know either. And why do they keep like being nasty to this kid that has this man that has autism? I just don't understand why they're so nasty.
Did you see that with Ian? Like they're all making fun of him. Of course, they didn't air that on Big Brother.
Uh,
Can you believe that? They're gonna
yeah.
come out of there like real asshole. Like, what are you doing?
But does this affect their personal lives though at the end of the
Yeah,
day?
it usually does.
I would like to see it.
Well, so that transition is a good transition. So now we're going to transition a little to, and we can still talk about Big Brother as we talk about it, but I want to transition a little bit to like the cancel culture. Do you believe that people that are canceled are truly canceled?
Mm, only for a subset of people. People who don't subscribe to that either sort of philosophies, thinkings, or just frame of mind. Yeah, they're canceled to them. But people align with that sort of thinking. People still use, negative words to describe other people, and they're always going to find themselves in their little niche.
Right.
So they're not canceled for everybody. They're canceled for some people.
Well, I put together a collage of a couple of things where um, people have said canceled. So the TV show Cops, they're saying it's basically it after I don't even know how many years it was on air, but
Yeah.
that's been canceled. So I feel like that is a true consequence of being canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're really canceled, you know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
you cease to exist anymore. When it comes to people, you cease to not have a job. I also put a picture of Dee Nguyen. I don't know if that's how you say Nguyen, her last name, but she was on the challenge, and she made some insensitive remarks right after the George Floyd murder, and
What
so
did she say? Do you know?
she basically was like, in paraphrase, like all lives matter type shit.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
So,
I don't know who she is.
no,
Okay.
yeah, we should have probably talked about it before. Sorry about that. But
No.
so she, so MTV basically edited her out of the rest of the season.
Oh.
Yeah, like to the point where
Oh.
it's so noticeable that you're like, what the hell? Like parts where you're like, she should be arguing. She was like, not. They didn't even like air her. They come. So to me, that was like she's been. She has not posted on her social media since the day she was outed. Like now
Oh.
that's for a 20 something, 30 something year old not to even post on social media. She done cancel herself too. Then
Wow.
we have the wonderful pair of Nick Cannon and Kanye West.
They're
Uh,
not canceled.
no, but people keep saying they're canceled. I'm like, can you be canceled as you continue to get endorsements, continue to get benefits? I mean, yeah, Nick Cannon lost a job, but he got
But
like,
it's a job.
yeah, when you got a million other revenue streams, it's like, okay, whatever. And then Kanye West, this week he said he's worth 5 billion. How he can make 1 billion in that many months, I don't know. But it
Um,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just it's crazy. And then we have the teenager, I forget what his name is. Wait, let me see if I can find it.
Who spoke at the RNC,
Right. I'm like,
who
my thing is
won
like,
his lawsuit of defamation against media outlets. So was he canceled or did he win?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And now he's with Mitch McConnell's um website. So the Native American's name was Nathan Phillips, and the teenager, his name was Nick Salmon Jr. At the time. And he went on this whole thing where he's like, I shouldn't be canceled. Even during the RNC, he's like, you canceled me. I'm like, bro, you're speaking at the RNC, and Mitch McConnell just hired you to work on his campaign. How can you really be canceled?
He won. He didn't cancel anything. He
Right.
won.
So the whole idea of cancel culture, R.
It
Kelly,
only applies to some people though. And
right.
how the some people how it's applied to some, that's the whole algorithm that I need to figure out. That I just don't know.
I think when what you've done, when all sides could be like, that's some bullshit, or if you get um like enough people, like in the sense of, in the case of Dee from MTV, at the time that she did it, like it was like days after George Floyd. You know what I mean? If she'd have did it today, she wouldn't be canceled.
Yeah.
Like it's all about timing.
She'd have her own segment on the spin zone.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, like R. Kelly, yeah, he's pretty much canceled. It was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Is Kevin Spacey canceled?
Yes.
So it's one of those things,
Because
like
here's the thing though, but I think that the thing with Kevin Spacey, the reason he's canceled is because he targeted white men.
right,
And I think you can't do that in any climate or any culture, apparently.
right.
So had it been anything or anyone else, I would be probably asking different questions.
It's crazy, 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 crazy. And now in terms of like who I you know transition yet again to the whole thing with white women posing as Black and Latino, there are a couple of people that I believe should be canceled. You know what I mean? Like it's time to say goodbye. It's like I what,
Okay.
so what are your, I'm going to pull up a picture of them. Just give me 1 second. In the meantime, I think that it's kind of weird. Like I referenced the whole thing with my mom's favorite movie was The Imitation of Life, which is a movie about um a white woman whose mother was actually Black, and she spent her whole life passing as a white woman, completely white woman. and then her mother died, and she showed up to the funeral crying over her casket. Okay, so we always hear about I mean, it's not a secret when you're a person of
I
color, and feel comfortable using it in this situation because it can apply to many different nationalities, Italian, Black, Latino, Greek, whatever. And I think that there are a lot of nationalities that you can have be mixed race, and you can pass, quote unquote pass. Are you passing if you're choosing one side of your genetics to be with that? Are you really passing? But when you're completely one race and you're going about being a totally different race, that to me is blackfishing. That's what they've called it, blackfishing.
yeah. Well, so
But
okay, so I have a few different feelings. I really want to understand, is there an underlying psychological issue here that makes people do this? Um, and I don't want to, bring mental health issues into something that has no place. But I'm genuinely questioning right now because I feel like this is something so new,
right,
especially because of social media, that we hear it more. I'm sure this has been happening for eons and decades in some categories, somewhere, somehow, something. I think I, I think is there a mental health, component here because of it?
no, I think that's the easy way out. I
I
just
don't know. I don't know.
I
So okay, you
mean,
have what?
that's my opinion. I just can't. I don't think it's easy to be like, yeah, that's mental health. I mean, that's the excuse that they're like, especially Jessica Krug, who's the woman who was a professor,
Hmm.
and
Who claim to be Black and Hispanic?
right, and she's like, I have mental illness. It's like, okay, how convenient. And then we have the girl Emma Hallberg, who completely darkened her skin with makeup to make herself
More appealing on social media,
right, even though she never claimed to be Black or Latino. She just,
right?
the image that she put out there was that. And then of course the most famous would be Rachel Dolezal, who head of the NAACP in Washington State. I mean, talk about cojones, like
I
I just don't see it as, I mean, yeah, there could be individual situations that are mental illness, but to paint the brush that, if you do this, you have to be mentally ill, I don't see that.
no, but see, here's the thing though. So but now look at Rachel Dolezal. There, I believe that there's a mental health issue here with her and the professor. I believe with the two of them, there is a mental health issue because it's clearly there's that projection and perceived, understanding of a subculture in America. There's an understanding of like a struggle of or something, wanting to identify with that. So I just can't imagine it not being a mental health component. The I was about to call her a little girl. I don't know how old she is.
I'm a Hallberg, a teenager. She
Um,
might be in her 20s now.
what?
She might be in her 20s now. This happened a few years ago.
But that is something that's very prevalent on social media with the bronzer and these filters and curling out hair and doing things like that. There's a very big thing on social media. There's a very big appeal that they're looking for. And when you need that validation and that the likes and the the looks, how can you not say that there's a mental health component to this?
I just can't get behind that.
What do
Um,
you think it is?
I just think it's about people. There are people, we all want to be liked and appreciated. It comes in different forms though. your like an appreciation might come, like I'm sure there's people that you work with where you want to get their acceptance and you do things to get their acceptance. There might be people that have dinner parties all the time, you know. We all choose how we want to be accepted by others. The way that they chose it is real fucked up, and I'm not going to assign mental illness to
But
that.
that's a component of exactly what you're saying is
No,
mental health.
me wanting to like I said, if I want to be accepted certain people and I do something, whatever that may be, that doesn't mean I'm mentally ill because I've chosen that route. You know, people are the Kardashians mentally ill because they completely changed their entire look. And the only reason why we don't call them Black or Latino is because we know their journey.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
everybody is mentally ill. Like we get this is doesn't
But there's
dismiss it
mental,
people that
but
are
it's
really mentally
there's
ill.
the spectrum is so wide when it comes to mental health issues, emotional health issues. That spectrum is just so big. You know, obviously somebody who's on like the spectrum of like schizophrenia, no, is not the same as somebody who's projecting to be Black and Hispanic, but the spectrum is still wide.
I don't know. I refuse to assign, in my opinion, I refuse to assign that title to them because it's a disservice to the people that I believe really are mentally ill. I don't see
Then
it
what else would drive somebody to come to put up of such a facade,
because of their need to be accepted.
which is a mental health issue?
I don't think wanting to be accepted is a mental health issue. We all want to be
To
accepted.
when you're going to these lengths and projecting in this fashion, I can't get away from that. That is a mental health issue.
Well, I mean, it's something interesting to think about. We should actually I have a cousin who deals in, psychology and all that, who's also a Big Brother fan. So should have him on for a full show, talk about mental health issues and Big Brother. It'd be a
Okay.
fun show.
Hey, what?
It'll be a fun show.
Mental health and Big Brother.
Yeah, it'll be the end
What
of the.
could go wrong?
Oh my gosh, it'd be a mess. Anyway, good show, good debate. We probably should have made that the topic of the day because I feel like we have more to say, but we keep trying to keep this short, sweet, and light.
Short, sweet, and light.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I'm not trying to talk all. No, we probably done lost about 20 people. One person in the last 40 minutes. Anyway, good show.
Good show.
Where
Where
can
can they catch us?
Okay, you got it. They can catch us on the Yep Yeah Yes podcast via Facebook, Yep Yeah Yes 18 via Twitter and Instagram. They can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, uh, iHeart Radio Music, however you say it, Google Play Music. YouTube is where you can find lately they've been messing up. They've only been airing the video on YouTube and not the audio, but you can always listen to audio on YouTube without looking at the video if you want. We just ask that you subscribe, download, and stream our show on your favorite podcasts. Yep, yeah, yes. 18.
Yep, yeah, yes.
Hi, homie.
All right, homie.
In the words of Julie Chen, until next week. Bye now.
Bye now.